So we're a self-employed family. What do we need to know? This is a question we get all the time because as most of you that are self-employed families, you know, there's a lot of moving parts. It's complex. It's not just we get our W-2s and that's our adjusted gross income and we answer the questions accordingly. A couple things to keep in mind here. You're probably well aware by now, or at least you better be or you haven't been paying attention. There's a big difference between public schools and private schools. Public schools, okay, if we have less than 100 employees in our business, okay, and you better have less than 100 employees if you're bought this course, okay, then we are not reporting our assets on the FAFSA. We are only reporting the income that flows through our business and flows through to our personal tax returns. Pretty straightforward. It's the private colleges where this gets a little more complex. Because if we're self-employed, the CSS Profile, which is the application most of these private schools are going to require, they're going to have a whole section dedicated, about a dozen questions, but they want to know the details of our business. And one of the big questions that they're looking for is they're going to ask us the value of our business. And most people, they have no idea what to put for that. You know, they come up with the best valuation, but very few people actually have a true valuation for their business. So I'm going to help you answer that. You're going to put $0 as the value for your business. You are not going to put anything. You're putting $0. You know why? Because I can't buy equity in your company. Okay? You do not have a publicly traded company. Therefore, it does not have a market value. Okay? That is what we firmly recommend. That is what we do for all of our clients. We put down $0 as the value for our business. The reason being is that we want to present the situation in the way we want our situation to be judged. And then we're going to see what comes out in the wash. So when we put down $0, most private colleges are just going to say, well, you know what? There's no real marketable value here. So we're just going to look at their business based on the income that they derive from it, which is the most accurate way to depict it for most families. Because we could be putting ourselves at a big disadvantage if we throw up a value there that's maybe, let's say, $100,000 or whatever number we came up with, that we're going to get less aid than we could have got if we just put $0. And we're not being dishonest. We're just saying there is no real marketable value for our business. Now, other colleges are going to say, that's not good enough for us. You put down $0 for a value. Now we want some more details. And they're going to ask for something that's called the business supplement form. And this is pretty common for a lot of private colleges, specifically the more prestigious private colleges. And this business supplement form is basically a balance sheet of our business. And they want more details than just the market value, okay? And they really want assets versus liabilities and a pretty thorough breakdown of each of those. I will tell you, and for all my CPA people out there, and I love you, I don't want to throw you under the bus, but most accountants will do this form for free. So you may at least ask your accountant, can you help me out with this, guys? Because we need some help on this form. We don't know all the assets and liabilities. That's usually what we give to you. And oftentimes they'll do it for you, if nothing else, for a pretty reasonable cost as part of being their client. So again, the big takeaways here, if we're a self-employed family, is that we do not want to include any assets on the FAFSA. On the CSS Profile, when they ask us the value of our business, we recommend that we put $0, and then we'll see what comes out in the wash. If they want additional details, we will provide them. But at least up front, we want to present our situation in the way that we want it to be judged. And the last thing I'll leave you with is that most schools will put less emphasis on assets and income that's kept in the business. So if we have the ability to do so, we may consider keeping some money in the business as opposed to having it run through our personal income tax returns. Or if we have assets, liquid assets, in most cases it's better off to keep those funds in our business as opposed to our personal accounts. Okay, again, in most cases, this is going to be advantageous. So there's a few things that we can do to be smart as self-employed individuals, self-employed families. And another item that we're going to hit on a little bit further down the road in this course that's going to be very applicable to you business owners is tuition reimbursement programs and how to take advantage of that as a small business owner.